My dear child, take a moment to calm your beating heart and just breathe deeply. I need you to focus completely on what I'm about to say. This isn't to scare you or make you worry more, but because the words I have for you are important. They carry a kind of importance that doesn't push you down, but instead helps you wake up and see things clearly. It's the type of message that stops you from getting too close to trouble before you even know it's there. I didn't show up in your life by chance, and you didn't come across these words without a reason. This exact moment was planned carefully, with thought and a clear goal in mind. There's something about your son that has been hidden in the shadows for quite a while now. You've sensed it deep inside, even if you couldn't put your finger on it. That odd feeling of unease that creeps in sometimes. That quick flash of fear that doesn't make any sense at all. Those times when your chest feels tight, and there's no obvious cause. You probably pushed it away, telling yourself it was just your mind playing tricks, or that you were thinking too much. But really, your inner self was noticing things that your everyday thoughts hadn't caught up with yet. What you're feeling isn't made up in your head. It's a real sense of knowing something. You know, my child, not every alert comes with a big bang or a loud siren. Some come in softly, so quiet you could easily miss them, so gentle you might brush them off as nothing. But they're still strong enough to protect someone if you pay attention. This is one of those quiet alerts right now. I've looked ahead and seen what's coming. I don't look at time like you do, with just days and weeks passing by. I see the results of things before they even start. I see how little decisions can grow into big things. I see how habits that aren't talked about can build up over time. I see what starts forming in the quiet moments long before it appears in the real world where you can touch it. At this moment, your son seems perfectly okay. He smiles and laughs like any kid. He runs around and plays without a care. Because he looks so happy and healthy, you might think everything is fine. But my child, remember that some problems start building even when the sky looks blue and clear. Some fights begin way before you feel any hurt. Some signs are given early, before the trouble shows up, not after it's already here. I'm not saying this to make you afraid. I'm saying it to help you get ready and stand in the right place. There's a way your son is going right now that could lead to some hurt if things keep going the same. Not right away, not even soon, but eventually. And what I'm giving you here is time. Time to make changes. Time to keep him safe. Time to guide him onto a better path. This is where a lot of moms and dads make a mistake. They hold off until the trouble hits before they start asking for help from above. They wait for experts like doctors to say something before they get upset. They only act after the harm is already done. But I'm talking to you before anything bad happens, not after. Because I don't want you to lose anything. I want you to stop it from happening in the first place. What I'm showing you isn't set in stone like fate. It's just showing the way things are heading, and you can change that way. There are hidden things working against your son that you can't see with your eyes, like patterns starting to form, people or things influencing him in small ways, little openings that were made without knowing what might come through them later. None of this means he's bad or doing wrong. None of this means you've messed up as a parent. It just means you're a regular person in a world full of things that aren't always easy to spot. But I can spot them all. There's a kind of push on his life. There's something holding back his good future. There's a silent struggle building that, if you ignore it, could slowly make him weaker from the inside. And that weakness wouldn't show up first in how he looks or moves. It would show in his happiness, in how he pays attention, in his calm feelings, in the brightness he has inside. That's why I'm telling you this now. I know your biggest worry is something happening to him. I know just thinking about it makes you feel unsteady. I know you'd give anything, even your own well-being, to keep him safe for even a little longer. And that's exactly why you can't let fear stop you right now. You have to step up with strength. You have more power than you realize. Every good word you say about him makes a difference. Every quiet wish for his safety changes things in ways you can't see. Every time you show him love instead of getting scared, you make whatever is trying to hurt his future less strong. Don't think a parent who prays can't break down big problems. This isn't about pointing fingers or feeling bad. This is about where you stand. You're not hearing this to feel stuck or without help. You're hearing it because you can do something about it. There are decisions coming up, talks you need to have, ways of doing things that need to be changed kindly but surely, places and people around him that need more careful watching, things that affect him that need to be sorted out, not by being too strict, but by leading him gently. Your son doesn't need you to put scary thoughts in his mind. He needs honest words said with kindness. He needs help finding his way without feeling bad about himself. He needs you to protect him without making him feel trapped. And you, my child, you'll need to keep going strong because once you choose to step in and help him, there might be pushback. Things might try to distract you. You might feel tired and think it's all too hard, that maybe nothing's really wrong, that you should just let it go and not worry. Don't listen to that. Often, the bad things like it when everything stays quiet, because if you think all is okay, you won't fight back with your good thoughts and prayers. What I'm asking you to do isn't to get all worked up. It's to keep doing the right things every day. Say positive things about your son even when he looks fine. Ask for his safety even when everything at home seems calm. Say he's strong even when he acts tough. Because waiting until there's a big problem to be strong is always too late. There's still plenty of time. That time is a gift for you. You might wonder, why is this happening to my family? The answer is straightforward. Because your son's life is important. Because what he can do in the future isn't small or ordinary. Because the good he might bring could help many people, not just your family. And when someone has a bright future like that, the dark parts notice it early on. This isn't a bad thing happening as punishment. It's not something cursed. It's just a chance to be aware and act. Now, pay close attention. What you choose to do from here is more important than anything from the past. Don't react with just fear. Fear makes it hard to hear clearly. Fear makes you see only the bad close up. Fear makes your words less strong. Instead, react with clear thinking. Clear thinking makes your prayers sharper. It makes your strength grow. It keeps safe what fear can't protect. Your home isn't left without help. Your good wishes aren't useless. Your love isn't weak. You're not starting too late. And this alert isn't the sad end of things. It's the point where you can turn the story around. Tonight, when everything gets still and your worries start talking loud, don't ignore your own feelings by doing other things. Sit down, take a breath, say your son's name on purpose, not in a rush or with shaking, but with a calm, solid belief. Not the loud kind, but the kind that stays firm, the kind that says no to bad endings. I'm not far away from you in all this. I'm not just looking from a distance. I'm right here. Close enough to catch every soft word you say. Close enough to hold you up when you feel like falling. close enough to show you the way when you're scared to move. And I'll be with you every step, through all of it. You're not by yourself. Your son isn't left behind. Your days ahead aren't locked in bad ways. This isn't when fear takes over. This is when knowing things wakes up your power. And this is just the start. My child, come a bit nearer now. The first part 1 gave you was about knowing there's something to watch for. Now, I have to give you more understanding, because lots of people hear alerts but don't know what to do next. You might already feel a bit scared knocking inside. Your mind might be full of questions. What's really the problem? When might it start? Can I make it stop? Let me give you honest answers with calm feelings. What I pointed out isn't a sure bad end. It's what could happen if nothing steps in to change the direction. Think of it like a seed in dark dirt. If you leave it, it grows into what it's meant to be. If it's a weed seed, weeds come up. If it's a good seed, good things grow. But it's not just about the seed. It's about who takes care of the ground around it. Right now, your son's future is like soft mud that hasn't dried hard yet. It can still be shaped differently. That's why this time is so key. What you do shapes new paths for him. There are ways of doing things building up around him that seem okay at first glance. Little choices that look like what everyone does. Things affecting him that seem regular, but doing them over and over shapes who he becomes, and who he becomes sets where he goes. This is how trouble sneaks in without noise, not with big crashes, not with quick falls, but with slow sliding away. Don't get all nervous, but do start paying more attention. Notice what holds his interest for a long time. See what shifts his feelings quickly. Look at what he goes back to when he's got nothing to do, or when he's worn out, alone, or sad. These habits tell more than just what he does on the outside. They show what's trying to settle in deep. I'm not telling you to become like a hard wall that doesn't let anything through. I'm telling you to be like a smart door that opens for good things and closes for bad. Your house is like your special place of good energy. What you let stay inside decides what lasts outside. When you keep calm in your home, bad chaos doesn't get invited in. There are times coming when your son will need you to guide him more than to punish him, to understand him more than to get mad, to be there more than to scold. If you try to just control everything, you might lose the way to his feelings. But if you give truth with kindness, you'll keep being able to help shape his days ahead. The trouble isn't just about his body. It's about his feelings, his inner self. It's the slow wearing away of his inner strength when hard things aren't talked about and hurts aren't seen. Your son has questions he can't say yet, mixed up thoughts he doesn't know how to share, worries he covers with smiles. If these stay hidden too long, they start affecting him from inside, even his health. That's why you have to handle the struggle early, not by fighting head-on, but by being close, not by pushing hard, but by being around. Sit with him, not to question everything, but to hear him out. Make quiet times feel okay again. Let him speak without thinking he'll get fixed right away every time. The way to make things better isn't with orders. It's with believing in each other. There will be times you'll want to yell because you're scared. There will be times you'll want to wrap him up too tight to keep him safe. But keep in mind, fear dressed up as caring can still make a kid hide his true self. You're not only watching over his outside. You're watching over how he sees his own value, his bravery, his words. Say things to him that build up how he thinks of himself. Tell him who he really is when others try to call him something else. Tell him he's not weak. Tell him he's not wandering lost. Tell him he's not on his own. Because when you say who he is with love, it becomes like a shield that's hard to break. Your good wishes don't stop at the roof. They go to places you can't reach. They touch spots your hands can't get to. They show up when you're not there. When you're resting, I still listen. When you slip up, I still keep it in mind. When you're feeling drained, I still act. Don't judge your prayers by what you see right away. Some safety happens fast. Other safety you only notice because bad things didn't happen. You might never know how many close calls were avoided, how many risks were turned away, how many ways were changed without you seeing. This is the hidden part of keeping faith going. But make this clear. Faith isn't pretending nothing's wrong. Faith doesn't look away from what's real. Faith faces it with sureness that the end isn't decided yet. You're not without strength in this tale. You're placed right where you need to be. In the coming days, there will be little challenges. Times when things get confusing and try to blur what's clear. Times when being tired makes you want to stop being steady. Times when this important feeling starts to slip back into everyday stuff. Don't allow that. Not so you live all tense, but because keeping safe works best when it's regular, not just when things are bad. There's also stuff going on in you from all this. You're getting tougher in spots you didn't know needed it. You're learning to see things better. You're figuring out how to stay firm even when everything feels shaky. This isn't only for your son. It's for who you're turning into. A more peaceful guardian, a smarter mom or dad, a stronger person who stands up for others. One day, you'll think back on this time and see how near something bad got without ever reaching him. And you'll get what it means when I say quiet doesn't mean nothing's there, and waiting doesn't mean no. Stay close to what fills you with calm. Move away from talk that makes you more worried. You don't need endless fear to stay alert. You don't need constant push to be ready. Calm is your tool here. Bad things grow on quick reactions, but they weaken when met with steady sureness. For your son, don't talk about dangers. Talk about good life. Don't say what might fail. Say all the good that can happen. Don't build his future just with cautions. Build it with looking forward to nice things. Your words will be the voice inside him. He hears even when you're not around. Pick them well. The path forward still has good hope. Still has fun and smiles. Still has power ready to come out. You're not seeing a sad story play out slowly. You're at a spot where choices can still change where it goes. That's why I came to you at this time, not to say bad things are coming, but to call you to step in and help. And my child, that stepping in is already starting. My child, hold on and don't let your mind wander. What I'm going to say now ties together everything I've shared so far. You weren't picked to hear this because you're not strong. You were picked because you have the strength to act on it. Lots of people would hear something like this and just fall apart in worry. But you can step up and take charge. Right now, things you can't see are already fixing what bad plans tried to set up. Small changes are happening without noise. Little shifts that don't seem big at first, but later you'll see how huge they were. This is real safety in action. It doesn't always make a show. It just quietly changes the course. Your son isn't set up for something bad. He's set up to be kept safe. Whatever tried to plan a bad end for him doesn't have the power. Power isn't grabbed by scary things. Power comes from being in the right place. And that right place is coming back now through you knowing through your good wishes, through paying attention, and through your caring. Don't wait for something awful to get you moving. Let your caring be what drives you. Let being steady be your protection. Let being firm be his safe spot. There will be days when it all feels regular again, calm even. In those times, you might want to let go completely and forget how serious this is. I'm not saying live scared. I'm saying live with your eyes open. A parent who's alert moves in a better way. A parent who's alert talks in a better way. A parent who's alert keeps safe without making it too tight and leads without bossing around. Your son's feelings will notice the change. There are also parts in him that need care right now. He has a soft side. He has deep thoughts. He has ideas he can't put into words yet. If you overlook these, they might turn bad inside. But if you lead them with time and care, they'll be his best parts. Don't hurry him past his feelings. Don't make him feel bad for asking things. Don't stop his wondering. Wondering doesn't hurt a kid. Pushing it down does. Make your house his spot to say thoughts without worry of being wrong. Let being with you be his calm place when everything else is too much. There's a time coming when he'll have to pick who he trusts most. That pick won't be pushed. It'll come from who saw him when he was mixed up, who made him feel tough when he felt tiny, who made him feel okay when he was unsure. Let that person be you. This is how days ahead get shaped without fanfare. Not with one huge talk, but with lots of little times of being there. Some of the trouble trying to come got in through hard pushes. Some through what others say or do. Some through feeling alone. But feeling alone is losing hold because being together is growing in your house. And now, my child, I talk to your own self. You're worn out in ways hard to say. You hold heavy things no one notices. Some mornings you wake up already tired before anything starts. You're tough, but you're also just a person. Don't forget about yourself while keeping everyone else okay. Your calm counts too. Your break times count too. Your getting better counts too. A hurt guardian can accidentally make the safety less good. Let me make you stronger as you make him stronger. There are evenings coming when your mind will run fast, when worry will try to show bad pictures that shouldn't be, when your thoughts will make up bad ends you don't need. In those times, say something before worry does. Even if you sound shaky, say his name clearly. Say good life for him. Say calm for him. Say power for him. Your words have strength when they come from caring, not from being scared. And know this well. You don't need to be perfect to have impact. You just need to be there. You might slip up. You might not see every hint. You might not always say the best thing. That doesn't stop you from helping. Caring covers more than being perfect ever does. What counts is staying involved, staying open to hear, staying with good wishes, staying near. Bad things like when there's space between. Space makes understanding hard. Space lets wrong ideas grow. Space makes worry bigger. But being close brings clear sight. There will be a day when you see that what could have been really bad just quietly went away into a good story you didn't have to tell because it didn't happen. Some wins aren't shouted about. Some are just felt in quiet thanks. But you'll feel it. You'll feel when things change for good. You'll feel when calm comes back without the weight. You'll feel when the time shifts, not with big shows, but when your heart can finally relax. That day isn't too far off. Until it comes, move steady, talk soft, look careful, wish bold, rest when you can, believe always. Your son's days are still bright. Your times ahead are still good. And this part isn't called losing. It's called stepping in. My child, draw even closer. The fear that once tried to weigh on you no longer gets to control. The heavy feeling that followed you is starting to go away, even if you can't say why yet. This happens because a change has begun in hidden places. When you picked knowing over pretending, caring over getting scared, good wishes over quiet, the tale started turning. You might not spot it yet, but things are moving. What built in shadows is getting stopped by brightness. What worked quietly against your son is now pushed back by your following through. This is often how real wins start. Not with noise, not with big drama, but firm, silent, sure. There will be times after now when this alert's memory tries to slip away. Daily stuff will get full. Duties will pile up. Busyness will come back. But hold on to this feeling here, this wakefulness, this sharpness, this power inside. Let it stay as smart knowing, not as worry. Smart knowing watches without fear. Smart knowing protects without wearing out. Smart knowing knows when to act and when to pause. Your son will sense the shift at home. He won't explain it, but he'll feel safer. He'll feel more steady, more noticed, more watched over. That's not luck. That's from things lining up right. You didn't let him down. You were picked for him. And he was given to you with reason. Your caring isn't chance. Your worry isn't small. Your good wishes aren't delayed. You were set for this time way before you got why. Now, there's more I need to put in your heart. This time won't just keep your son safe, it'll make you better too. You'll end up tougher, more peaceful, smarter, and surer of your inner power than before. What nearly took your calm will make your words stronger. You'll learn to stand firm without wobbling. You'll learn to wish without second-guessing. You'll learn to believe without needing to see. And that power will flow into all parts of your life. This part won't be thought of as the time you were so scared. It'll be the time you saw how strong caring is when it doesn't quit. My child, your evenings will be calm again. Your mornings will have hope again. Your heart will relax again. And your house will have happy quiet again. This wasn't to break your belief. It was to make it deeper. And now, as you go on from here, don't move with your head down in worry. Move with it up in knowing. Move with firm steps. Move with silent belief. Move knowing safety is not just for your son, but for you too. Nothing meant to hurt will finish. What was coming up will slow. What was building will get pulled out. What was secret will lose strength. You'll see signs of this shift on days you didn't think. And one day, out of nowhere, you'll know he's fine. And you'll breathe easy. And your heart will settle. And you'll say thanks quietly without knowing fully how near it was. But I'll know. And you'll know. And that's all that's needed. My child, let your shoulders drop now. Let the air leave your lungs slowly, the way you do when you finally lay your head on the pillow after a long, long day. You have carried this message in your spirit for many minutes, and I know it has felt both heavy and hopeful at the same time. That is how truth often feels when it first arrives. It presses, then it lifts. You are still here with me, still listening, and that alone tells me your heart is soft enough to receive and strong enough to obey. That is all I ever need from you. Your yes, even when it is whispered through tears. Look outside your window for a moment, even if it is dark. See how the night keeps watch without effort. The stars do not strain to shine. The moon does not panic about tomorrow's light. They simply remain where they were placed, doing what they were created to do. That is what I am asking of you now. Simply remain. Remain awake without panic. Remain loving without control. Remain praying without seeing every answer right away. Remaining is not doing nothing. Remaining is the quiet, steady choice that changes everything. Your son is sleeping now, or soon will be. Maybe he is already tucked in, breathing soft and even, one foot sticking out from the blanket the way he has done since he was tiny. Watch him tonight, not with the eyes of fear that count dangers, but with the eyes of love that count blessings. Count the rise and fall of his chest. Count the peace on his face. Count the years you have already been given with him. Every breath he takes while you stand in faith is a breath the enemy did not steal. Every night he closes his eyes in safety is a night your prayers have held the door closed against darkness. You will never be told every detail of what did not happen because of you, but heaven knows, and one day you will too. There will be mornings soon when you wake up, and the first thought in your mind will not be fear. It will be gratitude. It will feel so ordinary that you might almost miss how miraculous it is. That is the quiet way victory arrives, not with trumpets, but with the simple return of joy. You will pour his cereal, and he will laugh at something silly, and the sound will land in your heart differently than it has in recent days. You will feel it settle deep, like a stone finally finding the bottom of a lake after being tossed in circles for too long. That moment is coming sooner than you think. Hold on for it. And when that morning comes, do not think the battle is completely finished. Think of it as the shifting of seasons. Spring does not mean winter will never try to blow cold air again, but spring means winter has lost its final say. You will still pray. You will still watch. You will still speak life. But you will do it from rest instead of from reaction. You will do it from overflow instead of from emptiness. That is the difference between a parent who merely survives and a parent who overcomes. I am moving you from surviving into overcoming, one gentle day at a time. Some day, years from now, your son will be taller than you. His voice will be deeper. His shoulders will carry weight you once carried for him. And on that day he may tell you about a moment he almost made a wrong turn, almost walked through a door he should not have opened, almost gave in to something that would have changed everything. And then he will say, "But something stopped me. I don't know how to explain it, Mom/Dad, but I just couldn't. Something inside me said no, and it felt stronger than I was." When he tells you that, you will know. You will know whose voice he heard in that moment. It will have been the echo of every prayer you breathed over him in the quiet nights when no one else was listening. It will have been the fruit of every time you chose faith when fear screamed louder. You will smile, maybe cry a little, and you will keep the full story in your heart as the sweetest secret between you and me. Until then, keep showing up. Keep choosing kindness when you are tired. Keep choosing patience when you want to rush. Keep choosing presence when the world offers 1,000 escapes. Keep choosing to believe that what I start, I finish. Keep choosing to believe that the same hands that formed the mountains have not grown tired of holding your little boy. Keep choosing to believe that love, your love, my love, is never, ever weak. The chapter you are in right now will one day have a title you never expected, The Season I Learned to Trust Again. You will read it back in your memory and marvel at how far we walked together. You will see my fingerprints on every page, and you will realize that the very thing that once felt like it might break you became the thing that made you unbreakable. So tonight, when you finally turn off the light and pull the blanket up to your chin, let your last thought before sleep be this simple one. He is safe. I am held. We are loved. Say it out loud if you need to hear it in your own voice. Whisper it into the dark. I will be listening, and I will answer with peace that wraps around you tighter than any blanket ever could. Sleep now, beloved warrior mama, beloved warrior dad. The watch is not only on your shoulders. I never sleep. I never look away. I never grow tired of loving either of you. Morning is coming, and with it, fresh mercy, new strength, and one more day to walk in the victory that has already been won. Now, my child, if this message reached deep inside you, if it moved your feelings, if it built up your belief even a bit, don't hold it just for you. There's another mom or dad out there who's quietly scared, quietly concerned, quietly up at night like you once were. Let this reach them as well. Right now, take a second. Hit the like button as a way to show your belief. Send this to someone who could use some calm. Put "I choose faith over fear" in the comments as your strong statement. Sign up to subscribe so you keep getting messages that build your inner self. And if you want to and feel it's right, support this through super thanks. Your gift will come back to you bigger, fuller, and with extra good things. May calm stay in your house tonight. May safety be around your loved ones every day. May power grow in your heart when worry tries to come back. And may your son live with good life, brightness, health, and heavenly watch all his days. You're not by yourself. You're noticed. You're helped. And all will be fine.